All right. First interview, man. Let's get into it, man. First, I want to go ahead, do your intro. Go ahead, do your intro.
Bang, bang, Semen Retention. You already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. King Prodigy, you already know who I am. You ain't got to ask who I was. Feel me? Let's get into it. First things first, I want to thank you for allowing me to do this because I never think I'd get the chance to do this. So I want to give you a thank you, and I want to give a big thank you to God as well. So one of the first questions I have is, when it comes to Generation Z, how important is it to move more like an introvert or become the introvert?
Well, like this, it's just like, why would you want to show things to people who don't care about you? I think a lot of people, it just hasn't sunk in their head that people don't care about you. And see, I love my channel, even though I'm always getting banned, even though I'm always in the penalty box for kicking the truth. My main thing is, my job, I'd rather get put in the penalty box and tell people in Gen Z how life is than for me to sugarcoat it and you never really get delivered, or you never really wake up and see how life is. In life, nobody really cares about you. It's a harsh reality. It's a harsh truth. But the question is, what you going to do? Are you going to jump over a bridge, or are you just going to deal with the fact that nobody cares and care about yourself? And that's the beginning of high self-esteem, when you realize that nobody cares about you. So if you show that you got a car on Instagram, okay, cool, nobody cares. And at the end of the day, if you get robbed, you can't be talking about, oh, I can't believe I got robbed. Well, you invited the robbers to come and rob you. So I feel like in Gen Z, use the internet as a tool to make money and use it to run a business. Don't use it, because most guys, they're showing off for women. But you have to understand, you have to stay alive to have sex. So it's no point in dying early. And I believe whatever you purchase, whatever you eat, whatever you do, just keep it in the privacy of your own home and live your life. Keep it litty, but keep it litty with you. And just thank God every day and just stay to yourselves.
All right. You really got that tingle la pampara prendida. You feel me?
What?
You feel me? Hey, you think he was gonna go in like that? Okay. As an introvert, how can someone stay outside their head, being alone very often, even after a sexual transmutation, like working out, you know what I'm saying, reading a book, or doing Spanish?
Easy. You gotta create something so big. You gotta create something so huge that it make you excited, to make you just want to hustle even when you don't feel like hustling. You feel me? You gotta think like, man, do I want 7 cars or do I want 8? You feel me? Am I gonna be at the Formula One race in a suit, or am I gonna be at the Kentucky Derby? You feel me? Am I gonna be at the Knicks game front row sitting next to Spike Lee, or I'm gonna be at the Staples Center, you feel me, talking shit to the referee? So the main thing about it is, the only way to really have fun on the grind, you have to huge, that if you actually manifest it, it's just like, yo, damn, oh my goodness. That's why I always say, man, it feels good to be me, because people are talking about Mr. Keep It Simple, Mr. Keep It Simple, Mr. Keep It Simple. YouTube is like, yo, who the hell is this guy? Man, ban his channel, Mr. Keep It Simple, Mr. Keep It Simple. But in reality, I'm Mr. Keep It Simple. So I'm telling young men how to win. You have to create something so huge, so big. Do you want the Phantom, or do you want the McLaren? Do you want the condo in Panama, or do you want the villa in Costa Rica? Or do you want the villa in Punta Cana? You have to create something so big, and that's what's gonna make being lonely fun. Because if you don't create nothing big in your life and you're just lonely to be lonely, and you're just in a small town or in a small city, you're just lonely to be lonely, the grind will never be fun. The only way to make the grind fun is you got to be the next, whoever you are, Mayweather of your life. Why watch Floyd Mayweather when I could have 7 Corvettes? I mean, it might not be 7 Bentleys like him, but I might have 7 black Corvettes, and I might say, hey, this is what you call lucky Tuesday, lucky Wednesday, lucky Thursday, and I'm gonna just be the 9 to 5 of the YouTube Mayweather of my life. And that's what people gotta do. Don't watch, don't be a sideline watcher. Get in the game, start flexing your muscle. I just posted this on Instagram. Either you flex or you sit on the sideline and watch others flex.
Okay. So you really got that heat. You really got that heat, because I'm feeling it. So what made you want to preach the introvert life?
Well, the main thing about it is semen retention. It made me look at the world totally different. Before semen retention, I was thinking about wearing Gucci sneakers.
Okay.
Balenciagas. You see what I'm saying? I was thinking about simping. I was actually thinking about getting like a little 4 Series BMW and just telling my little PYTs like, yeah, you could drive the little 4 Series for the weekend. I had big plans for simping. So when I tell people about simps having big plans for simping, I'm speaking from personal experience. You feel me?
Okay.
I was thinking about telling little chicks like, yo, you want to go to Jamaica, you want to go out of town. I was about to start playing for airplane flights, catching trips with girls. I was almost to that level. Then I practiced semen retention and I thought about it. There's a drought of masculinity. Not only is there a drought of masculinity, we are outnumbered by women. You never have to go hard for one woman when you live in the major city, you go to one block, one chick look hotter than the next chick, and the next chick look hotter than the next chick. What happens as men, we interact with one chick and we get stuck like quicksand, and that's the problem. But guys need to retain their seed. Don't worry about these chicks. Build your kingdom, and before you get married, have a little fun.
Okay. Okay. So how do you keep your self-esteem high as an introvert with your business?
Oh, like I already know my plan. You feel me? I know what I want to do in my life. I want to be a multimillionaire, and I just want to go between Asia and Colombia, the places that I love, those women. And at the end of the day, I feel like whatever you love, you need to sacrifice it to get it back in a bigger portion. Repeat, whatever you love, you sacrifice to get it back in a bigger portion. So if I love my Asian woman, my ching chings and my ling lings, and if I love my little Latinas and my little Colombian princess, why not sacrifice it now and come back in 5 years and the booties are going to be bigger, everything's going to be bigger, it's going to be bigger. And that's about whatever you love, give it up. In order to go up, you have to give up. Repeat, in order to go up, you have to give up.
Okay. That's something I'm gonna have to remember. Something I'm gonna have to remember. So, let's see. So I could have sworn I just heard something totally different. As an introvert, how are you more happy with the decisions that you make?
Because it's all for me. That's what high self-esteem is about. It's all about you. You feel me? High self-esteem. You eat the best. You look the best. Listen, if you have high self-esteem, you should look the best. If whatever you wear, just look clean. You feel me? It doesn't have to be expensive, but you should have the best body. You feel me? You should take care of yourself. You should make the most money for yourself or put yourself in positions to make more money. But at the end of the day, if you have high self-esteem, you should be paid in the shade with a glass of lemonade. You feel me? And at the end of the day, wherever you go, you should move like a diplomat. Wherever you go, you should be moving around the city like a politician. At the end of the day, I'll never forget when I was in Toronto, you feel me? Forget Uber. I caught the all black Suburban, you feel me? And I kicked my feet up.
Okay. Ain't no wrong with that.
No, I'm trying to tell people, listen, the royals of the world, when they party, we don't know what they're doing. You see what I'm saying?
True.
What they're doing. A lot of these Democrats and Republicans, they probably be on boats going wild, probably sniffing all types of coke. We don't know what they're doing. You know I'm saying? So the whole trap is this. They use rappers, you feel me, to really put the world in a false illusion. Like a lot of these rappers, they go to Jewish bar mitzvahs and perform and they get like 350,000. You got to understand, everybody loves hip hop because these guys were in the trap, they survived. But in order for these guys to get on, they have to take an oath. So at the end of the day, it's illusion. You don't, listen, God said in the Bible, don't envy the oppressed. These guys are oppressed. These guys are in bondage. These guys are slaves. You should not envy rappers. At the end of the day, what you need to do is you need to use the two best tools that God gave you, and that's love and creativity. And you need to build yourself up something so hot. When I see Davies and his little fandom, I'll be like, what, man? I got me a little chick right here. Forget Davies. And that's the life we got to live. We have to be the big stars of our lives, and we have to understand that everybody else is just an extra, and if somebody come in your life, it's just another co-star. Like I'm doing an interview with you, I'm the star of my life, but in this interview, listen, you're a guest star, you feel me? So at the end of the day, we linking up, but at the end of the day, you should be the main star in your life, and I should be the main star in my life, and if we link up, we're just starring as co-hosts.
Oh, okay. I never thought about it like that. You know, I was always fixated on the rapper lifestyle because growing up, I used to listen to a lot of rappers, especially when I was growing up in Georgia. All I used to listen to was, you know, T.I., Plies, you know what I'm saying? People like Rich Boy, also and Outkast. You know, I'm a big fan of Outkast. And all they do is simp. It's crazy out here. So when it comes to pride, how do you keep your pride to a minimum and know when to express it? Like know when to, you know what I'm saying, gloat a little bit.
Well, my main thing is, other than YouTube, I look at YouTube as like you're a gladiator in the Coliseum. So I feel like whenever we come on YouTube, we hit record, you know, we go crazy in the Coliseum. We're taking out lions, we're taking out tigers, we're taking out bears, and that's just how it goes. But as far as real life, I really stay to myself. I'm really an introvert, so I'm not interacting with people. A lot of the business, a lot of my clients that I work with, everything is online, so I'm blessed. That's why when I say what a time to be alive, I really mean it, because I don't have to go out in corporate America. I don't have to work with feminists. I don't have to say, boss, I'm sending this email. I am my own boss. So my main thing is, I want young men to understand, if you have a 9-to-5, enjoy your 9-to-5, but use YouTube to build your platform, do semen retention, represent strength. Now, people don't understand the real reason semen retention is big business is because whenever there is a drought, whoever has that certain tool or that certain resources, they become rich. For instance, if there's a drought on oil, whoever owns oil becomes rich in that resource. So if there is a drought on strength, if there is a drought on masculinity, if there's a drought on people who are just releasing every day, the man who retains and the man who represents strength and the man who displays honor to the world, he now becomes rich. This is a sad society. You could become a multimillionaire off of just retaining your seed. This is sad. This is the generation that we're living in. A lot of people don't think about it like that. That's why I tell everybody, if you do semen retention, document it for 365 days because you can get paid. We live in a world right now where guys are hightailing to a gas station bathroom just to jerk off, and they documenting that, and they got 2 million subscribers. What's his name? EDP 445. So that's what I'm saying.
That dude is wild.
This dude said he had a hightail to a gas station bathroom just to release, and everybody following, everybody loving it. You know why? Because it was a time I used to do that too. Not at the gas station bathroom, but I'm just saying it was a time where I felt releasing was like drinking a soda. It was just like, ah. But the thing about it is, semen retention found me. I didn't find semen retention. I never went on YouTube and typed in semen retention. It randomly popped up on my phone one day. And when I saw it, I was like, hold up. You mean to tell me everybody who does semen retention, everybody relapses at 200 days? Coach Davis, everybody was just relapsing at 200 days. So I was like, you know what? Let's take it a step further. Let's go 365. So I was like, no, let's go a step further. Let's take it 5 years. And at the end of the day, if any man can do 5 years, you will be a multimillionaire paid in the shade, because semen retention, guys can't do it. They try to do it, but they just can't do it because we live in a world where guys' dopamine levels are so out of whack. All a girl got to do is lick her tongue out and he ready to stick it in. All a girl got to do is clap her booty cheeks and a dude is just ready to straight go raw. All a girl got to do is just make some type of sound, and a dude, not only did he lose his mind, but he lost his debit card and he lost his credit card and he lost his Chase card. So with that being said, all a girl got to do is really just do some little TikTok challenge and dudes already just blow a load. It's that out of whack. It's that out of whack. Listen, when I'm on Instagram and I be seeing all these Latinas doing all this stuff short the nipple, I'm like, oh, she just working for sponsorship. Listen, I'm 35. I did not know that. I just found out that if these girls get 1 million followers, they get paid sponsorship. So when I see these girls getting naked, I'm like, oh, she just won a sponsorship, and I don't take it serious.
Because at the end of the day, Instagram is a business. When you look at it as a business, you realize what usually everything is going on. Most of these apps is a business. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all they're doing is just running the business. And a lot of people are, who are stuck in their lust is going to, of course, they're going to buy into it. That's why that's why I told people on my channel to stop buying the OnlyFans, because when you buy OnlyFans, you're literally buying into the sex narrative that's being pushed on the society today. Because when you purchase the content, oh, okay, now you a simp. And not only that, now you want to become like the 99%, which is what? Release and promote sex.
No, it's not only that. These guys are under a stronghold. That's why guys say to cast it down the imagination and pull it down strongholds. These dudes are under a stronghold. When they see that particular girl on Instagram, these dudes are on a stronghold. They will follow this girl to the end of the world. If this girl go to Japan, these dudes will go to Japan. This one girl, she sold a bathwater and dudes was selling it. She made 10 million off of selling her bathwater. She's a gamer girl in the UK. You guys got to understand, and I can't blame her because the guys kept typing, I'll drink your bathwater, I'll drink your bathwater, I'll drink your bathwater. So she said, hey, well, maybe I might just sell it. She sold it and she capitalized off of it. That's what I mean by the dopamine level of the majority of guys are out of whack. They are buying a girl bathwater. She said she took a lot of baths and she just capsuled it and put a lot of water and that's it. Listen, right now, if you practice semen retention, you can get the whole community. You can get the whole state. And this is why I love semen retention, because I want the power. You can call me greedy like back out of buffet, but I want the power. I want to see in 3 years when I'm pulling, I could just blow in and shit like, she'll just fall back. You got to understand, I want the power. These dudes out here, they falling and I'm happy because the more guys that fall by the wayside is the more for me. Because you got to understand, listen, there's 4.5 billion women,
Right.
2.5 billion men. Half these guys are in jail. Half these guys like guys. And at the end of the day, half these guys are broke. So if you have money, you got to understand the world is your oyster. What the hell? What a time to be alive.
Let it breathe, man. Let it breathe.
They don't see the beauty, man. It's
oh my gosh. You just hit me with that fire, bro. So I think that's all the questions that I have today. Well, talking to you, you really have your eyes on the prize and you really stay locked in on your eyes on the prize and you really have a really good, stable mindset. And it's really addictive that you have that. So I really do appreciate you for allowing me to come on this Zoom call, you know what I'm saying, recording, you know what I'm saying, and do what we do. You feel me? I appreciate you for that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, I'm gonna continue to work with you just like how I do the BU1 on Thursday. So if it's cool with you, I want to keep doing this on Tuesday. And like I said, I'm gonna be dunking on them. You're gonna be dunking on them. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna help young men get this money, and we are taking off to the moon. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna have some new questions for you next week, Tuesday. I appreciate you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody who's watching the video. You know what I'm saying? Semen retention, you already know what it is. You ain't gotta ask what it was. Come on my page talking out the side of your neck. I'm gonna block because on top of the disrespect. You already know what it is. You ain't gotta ask what it was. And shout out to Mark for the interview. Come on, man, stop playing with him.
What?
Come on, man. You already know. Tenemos la pampara prendida. What?
What?
All right, we out of here.
We out of here.